With 2021 just about a month away, let's look ahead to that year and hope that it'll be better than this year's been. I'm Charm Renton with 20 women's wrestlers to look out for in 2021, with some honorable mentions, of course. Now, I was just going to make this a men's and women's list combined, but I realized there's a lot of women that I want to praise. From, indie shows that I've seen, smaller productions, women that I feel don't get enough respect, in my personal opinion, of course. And some of these women I just recently became a fan of, so you'll forgive me if I just, mention, hey, this is the potential I see in them. I'm not going to go into everything, minute detail, but I would love to know your thoughts in the comments. Who are some of your picks? Who are some women that you feel will have a big 2021? Some women I haven't heard of. Please leave them in the comments. So, honorable mentions really quickly, and also I may end up repeating a few women that I mentioned in my favorite wrestlers of the year list. Spoiler, check that list out if you haven't already. Honorable mentions: Ruby Riott, Kimberly, Taya Valkyrie, Toni Storm, Xia Li. Hopefully this storyline with Xia Li ends up being a lot better than I think it'll end up being. So anyway, number 20, Elena Black. Now, I've only seen a little bit of her on AEW Dark, Primetime Live. She is very, very good. She was also on the Shimmer 118 show that I watched. And I'm pretty damn impressed with Elena Black. Now, she's young. She's obviously got a long way to go. She's got a good look. She's got a good persona, and I would love to see, I'd love to see where her career is in a number of years, but I think she is going to, if she doesn't get signed by a major wrestling company by, sometime next year, I'll be surprised, but I see a world of potential in her, and I think she's going to do some big things. Hopefully AEW brings her on for some more appearances on Dark, get her some more exposure. Now we move on to number 19, Dakota Kai. I'm putting Dakota Kai a little bit lower here because she's had some big moments, and she will continue to have some big moments, and I hope that, her and Raquel Gonzalez can be a really dynamite team. But Dakota Kai is really goddamn good. I'm really glad that she's been able to sink her teeth in this heel role. She is going to be a hell of a force in wrestling, in WWE just alone in 2021. So we move on to number 18, Deonna Purrazzo. One of the participants in one of my favorite matches of the year against Jordynne Grace at Slammiversary 2020. That was actually a really, really, probably the best match on the goddamn show, to be honest. And Deonna's been great. She was wasted in NXT. She just was. There were just too many women, and just for whatever reason, they couldn't figure out what to do with somebody this goddamn talented. Now she's killing it in Impact, and I'm sure she's going to continue to kill it in Impact or wherever she goes, should she decide to leave. And then we go to number 17, Jordynne Grace, who really is goddamn good. The first time, I had heard of her name before, but the first time I saw her in any kind of action was at All In, the Battle Royal they had, over the budget Battle Royal. And when, she showed off some serious power, I said, okay, fuck, I'm locked in. She's goddamn awesome. And she is great. She is very, very good, very strong, very agile, quite quick, and very young, like mid-20s, I think like early 20s, and she's going to honestly she could be somebody wherever she wants to go. She is going to be, she's going to be a goddamn star wherever she goes. But she's been killing it in Impact and has been a hell of a force in that company. And the Knockouts division has really benefited having Jordynne Grace there. We get to number 16, Raquel Gonzalez. Very strong, very statuesque, and her and Rhea Ripley had pretty much a standout match on Halloween Havoc because it was actually wrestling and not goofiness. And check out my review of Halloween Havoc if you want to know how I felt about that show. Bit of a spoiler, I didn't like it. I like Raquel Gonzalez though. Her and Dakota Kai are a good team, and that match that she had with Rhea Ripley helped her arrive. Now, she's had good performances before. She has a good look, and I hope she gets some more opportunities, in 2021 and beyond. Number 15, Bianca Belair. You're wondering probably why she isn't in the top 5. Here's the thing. She's been getting spotlighted more, and there's no doubt she's going to be SmackDown Women's Champion. I think she may take it from Sasha at Mania, which I think is really where they should go. Mania 37, that is. And I think that Bianca, the sky really is the fucking limit with her. She is fucking great, very strong, just incredibly agile. Like, the look she has, the persona, she carries herself like a star. And she's only been at this for a couple of years. She is really, really fucking good. And her ceiling is so goddamn high, and I really hope they capitalize on it. They gotta see what they have in her. She has it. You can't coach it. You have it or you don't. And then we get to number 14, Penelope Ford. the super bad girl that they, call her in AEW. I've talked about Penelope Ford in my various AEW Dark and AEW Dynamite reviews. I'm not saying that she's the greatest, and I'm not saying she ever will be the greatest, but I've seen the improvements that she's made. And I saw her on, I believe, some NWA show from a couple of years ago, and just seeing her from there to now, and she had, some flashes there, but you can see she's learned. She is, plying her craft. She's doing really, really good things. And her and Kip Sabian, they're a really good couple, in real life and also on TV. But Penelope, she's, really perfected that Fisherwoman's suplex. Really, really good. Really nice bridge. And she is, they could make her AEW Women's Champion. I don't think they will, but hopefully they feature her more because she's got star potential. She really does. And then we get to number 13, Peyton Royce. Get her away from Lacey Evans. Nothing against Lacey Evans. I mean, she's not on this list, but I do like Lacey Evans. But Peyton Royce, they broke up her and Billie Kay just to fucking do this, and I don't understand why. Peyton Royce does have star written all over her. This is going to be a recurring theme on this countdown. Peyton Royce is really fucking good. Just use her properly. Use her as a single star. This can work. Her versus Asuka would be a pretty money feud. I'm not saying she needs to beat Asuka, but Asuka could help, raise up Peyton's, Peyton Royce's star rating, so to speak. I mean, not the Meltzer star rating, but just raise up her status in the company. And if Peyton beat her, that would be even more amazing. But it's like, I love Asuka, and Asuka could help elevate Peyton in the eyes of many fans, just besides her super fans and, the fans that have seen what Peyton has to offer for, years and years before she even really was teaming with Billie. Peyton Royce is a star, and I want to see her succeed, and hopefully she can 2021 and beyond. We get to number 12, Priscilla Kelly. Yeah, I love Priscilla Kelly. Won, half of one of my favorite matches of the year against Thunder Rosa. Gee, I wonder if I'm going to mention her later in this list. Maybe you can tell by the background. I am, and you'll figure out where. But Priscilla Kelly, met her multiple times at indie shows, super nice, and actually really can work. She really can. She's got a great look, cool gothic look, but laser strikes in. She's not afraid to get physical, not afraid to get bloody. I've seen some other matches that she's done, not death match, but street fight type stuff. She is hard hitting, and she is somebody I hope they bring her on AEW Dark. I don't know if that's going to be awkward because her now ex-husband, Darby Allin, is on there. At least I believe they're divorced. I believe I saw a post from her about that. I hope that they actually do feature her. Hopefully, other companies come calling. Priscilla Kelly is somebody that would be well worth investing in. She is very, very good and has a great look. Then we go to number 11, Liv Morgan. Check out my Live Forever review if you haven't already. I honestly would have never put Liv Morgan on a list like this a few years ago because I didn't see it. I didn't fucking see it. I thought, honest to God, she was just another blonde that the company brought in. They were going to shove her out after a couple years or she wasn't going to be any good. And I'm glad to have been proven wrong. Liv Morgan is a star. Liv Morgan is going to make herself a star. And I hope the company sees what, fans see in her. And I'm just glad that I finally came around on it because otherwise I might have been left in the goddamn dust. I think Liv Morgan is going to be really, really good in 2021 and for a number of years. Just use her. Just use her well because she has this fucking drive to succeed. Number 10, Heather Monroe, the Killer Bay. And I actually got to meet her at the last indie show I went to. And I'd heard her name. Hadn't seen all that much of her. Was impressed. Really nice, by the way. Really, really nice. Despite the fact she plays this, cocky heel, she's really, really nice. She actually got the main event that indie show that I was at, and it was great to see the women main event, Heather Monroe versus Liza Hall. But anyway, Heather Monroe has a star quality she exudes, and she hits hard. She has, really good character work because, she does less with more, and then she actually can show her skills when she's like, okay, I've, lured you in. I'm going to beat you down now. And I've seen her on a few Primetime Live episodes. She is very, very good, and I honestly could see, she's got worlds of potential. She is going to be very, very good. And potential, all that stuff is a lot of repetitive stuff. I know, I'm sorry, but it's hard to come up with, some other words when you see so much potential in so many of these women. And then we get to number 9, Shotzi Blackheart. Feature her more where she's allowed to, get in there and wrestle. I don't mind the vignette stuff, but let her actually get some good matches in. give her a chance to shine at War Games. Of course, if you watch this after War Games, hopefully she shined, and hopefully I was correct. Shotzi Blackheart is very good. Got to meet her briefly before she signed with NXT. Her and Aubrey Edwards were talking. Yes, Aubrey Edwards of AEW. Great, representation of our state. Honestly, she is. She's really nice. But Shotzi was really cool. And big horror movie fan. She does have that cool star quality, that cool, welcome to the ball pit, all that. And she does have a really, really unique look about her. And I do hope that they do feature her more, not just in comedy stuff, feature her more where she can be taken a little more seriously while having fun, because she can be somebody that NXT will love, Raw or SmackDown will love. She will be loved by a lot of fans. She's wild, she's crazy, and she's got it. Then we go to number 8, Solo Darling. Look, I'm going to be honest, I've only seen this woman in one match. That was Shimmer, 118 Shimmer at the Collective. And she was teaming Willow Nightingale, I think was the woman she was teaming with. I don't remember the team they faced. My apologies. I remember the team not being that bad. The instant I saw Solo Darling, I go, star, right there. Fucking star. I don't know much about her. I don't. I need to read up more on her, but I had to put her on this list because that's the first match I'd ever seen from her. And I was like, fucking hell, there, right there, star. Go check out Shimmer 118, Shimmer at the Collective. Go check out, some of her other stuff. I need to check out more of her stuff, but I have to put her high on this list because if somebody's going to impress me in their first match, and I mean, I'm only one goddamn fan, but it's like, usually you judge, first impressions are ideal, and she made a hell of a first impression. She exudes star quality, really good, really flashy. She just has this look about her where you want to see more of her. You want to see what she can do, and I'm excited to see more of what she can do. Hopefully AEW brings her in for some appearances on Dark, Primetime Live, NWA, whatever. Hopefully, because what I saw in that match, carries over to a bunch of other matches, especially on a bigger stage. I can't wait to see what else this woman does. The fucking star, just on the first match that I saw of hers. At least my opinion. Now we go to number 7, Billie Kay. Boy, I hope they use Billie Kay well, because it hasn't gone all that well, as of this recording. And I love her. She's statuesque. She's talented. She has a hell of a big boot. She's got that, just bitchy fire about her. But, it's like her and Peyton Royce had that down really well. Really should have never broken up the goddamn Iconics. But Billie Kay is a star, and I hope they use the femme fatale. I hope they fucking use her. This resume thing is currently going on SmackDown. I don't know what that's on about, but hey, Billie Kay, I've loved her for a number of years. She is really good. And then we go to number 6, Danny Jordan. Yes, this shirt. In case you're wondering what the fuck this is about. Of course, she's the real mean girl, naturally. Because of that, I had to automatically find out more about Danny Jordan. She's great. She's young. She's talented. She appeared on, I believe, it was NWA Circle Square. Very short-lived show before the pandemic, unfortunately, hit. But I was like, the real mean girl, she has a burn book, fucking sold. And then she's appeared on AEW Dark. She's she's been through some stuff. She's gotten herself in phenomenal shape. Not that she was in bad shape before. I'm not trying to say that. But you could tell she put the effort in, during some downtime, when she was at home to get in better shape. And her work has gotten even better. And, I mean, for as young as she is, how quickly she's picking up on this and character work, she is going to be somebody that a major company should sign. And in fact, again, a Mean Girls fan, the real Mean Girl, I have to friggin' love her. But no, she is great, and I hope that, she gets way more opportunities because she is really good. Number 5, Allison Kay, Sienna from Impact. Her and Marty Bell, a really good team, by the way. Allison Kay, got to mention her here. Mentioned her on my favorite wrestlers of the year list, somewhere in there. You got to check that out. And I liked Allison Kay since Impact. She was great as NWA Women's Champion. Her and Thunder Rosa had a goddamn killer match at NWA Hard Times. She appeared on the Full Gear pre-show against Serena Deeb. Serena Deeb's also somebody I think that's going to do some great things in AEW. Didn't mention her in the honorable mentions because people are figuring out how good she is. But I will shout her real quick. But Allison Kay, really goddamn good. I hope NXT, AEW, whatever, just wherever she goes, somebody big sign her. You have a star here. Pinky's up, by the way. Now we get to number 4, Thunder Rosa. Yes, I may, continue to praise Thunder Rosa, and so I will continue to praise Thunder Rosa because she's goddamn awesome, and I'm going to continue to do so because as great as she is, she's even nicer. If you ever get a chance to meet her, she's really goddamn nice, but she works hard. She's gotten even better since her time as Cobra Moon, and I've talked about that. I mentioned her on my favorite wrestlers of the year list. Where did I rank her? Maybe high, maybe low. I think you probably can figure out where, especially if you've seen it. But this is just me once again praising Thunder Rosa. She's goddamn great. Can't say enough good things about her. AEW, WWE, NWA, whoever signs her. Hopefully AEW does. They really need her. They really do need her. But wherever she wants to go to earn the most money and do her own projects, whatever, I hope that she goes where she wants. She deserves it. Hell of a hard worker. One of the hardest working people in wrestling. Not just women. People in wrestling. And we go to number 3, Layla Hirsch. I saw her also at that Shimmer 18, Shimmer 118, Shimmer at the Collective show. Man, a lot of good people that I saw at Shimmer at the Collective. There were also some others that I fail to, remember right now because there's a lot of names on that show. Layla Hirsch, she's compact in the sense where she doesn't look physically intimidating until you see how she throws, how she, does her throws, her power. She hits a hell of a goddamn moonsault. She's great on the mat. When you see her within the first 30 to 45 seconds, I'm like, okay, I'm fucking sold. Who is this and why is she not on a bigger stage? Everybody's got to start somewhere, but how the fuck is Layla Hirsch not signed by a big company? And she's appeared a couple times on Dark. She is fucking really goddamn good. Really good. Please sign her. Somebody sign her. She is so goddamn good. And we go to number 2, Kylan King. Yes, I have trumpeted Kylan King as being really goddamn good on AEW Dark, or at least with Worlds of Potential, and I see her as getting better, and she has gotten better. She's gotten a couple wins on AEW Dark. She is really, really fucking good. Got a great look, got a great fire to her, and I love the frog splash finisher, but no, I love how she throws the strikes, the kicks. Obviously, there's years to, for her to get even better and get, crisper. But I see the potential and everything in her, and I know that she's going to do really, really great things. And thank God AEW's featuring her more. Sign her. I'm not saying push her to the moon. I'm not saying give her the championship right away. But please make sure that you feature Kylan King. Also, quick shout to Anna Jay. Get her away from the Dark Order. Put her out on her own. Her and Ty Conte could be a hell of a team. Now we move on to number 1, Abaddon. Yeah, Abaddon. Scary. Scary and also interesting. And the fact that I think she's, 19, 20? I think she's 19. She already has a unique character. Yes, okay, there's Rosemary. There's, Su Yung. And it's not like spoopy characters haven't been done. Spoopy, dark characters haven't been done by women for a number of years. Luna Vachon, I mean, she wasn't spaying up blood, but Luna Vachon was a bit of a dark character and very, very tough. And Abaddon has just this unique look and this style about her, and just sitting up thing, the living dead girl. She's just really, really good, and fucking hell. Have Abaddon beat Shida. I love Hikaru Shida. I mentioned her on my favorites list as well. But Abaddon is really, really fucking good. They got to feature her. Capitalize with fresh, young talent. She is somebody that could draw more eyeballs. We're like, okay, I haven't seen something like that. I'm going to tune into this program. Abaddon could be that X factor. Anyway, agree, disagree, what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Retlin. I'll see you soon.